Angry Guy here, and men are choosing to become passport bros and live happy and carefree lives overseas. Men are choosing to become passport bros and live happy and carefree lives overseas. When you think about everything that men have to face in today's society and everything that men have gone through over the last 20 years, it's been hard. And a lot of guys are just deciding that, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not going to spend any more time working at a job that I don't like and in a career that is not bringing me any happiness or fulfillment. And instead, these men are walking away from Western society, going overseas, and starting new lives. Let's go ahead and listen to this video from a guy who says that he left a life behind that was not bringing him what he needed.
So why I threw away my life in the West to come to the Philippines at 45 years old. In America, they teach us you work until you're 65. When you're 65, you get to enjoy 8 years until the average death age of 73 or 74 years old in my country. Basically, I reject that thought. In the age of digital nomad and YouTube and making digital money, that is kind of a silly thought. I had been unhappy in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I was residing for quite some time, and I had attempted to move back to my hometown, Thousand Oaks, California, and one of my exes kind of begged me back, and I went out there only to realize that she was just too masculine for me, and that she looked her age and had put on weight, and really it was just mainly just her masculine attitude. I wasn't interested in dating someone that was that manly. So I essentially broke it off with her, but then I still ended up moving out there after I'd gone out there on a bit of a discovery trip to go reclaim my status in my hometown. And I went back and I got an apartment, and I met another girl. It was happening very easily. She was a great girl, much more feminine, much younger, in better shape, beautiful blonde girl, Marie. But in the end, it wasn't going to be for me. I just kind of had it with the West. I was no longer interested in the masculine women, the pricing, and all the things I've mentioned in previous videos. So I went back to Las Vegas, Nevada, and I was miserable. I was miserable for quite some time. I got back into my business, started dating again, kept things going, and I was essentially completely miserable. And I realized that I needed to make a change. I had been thinking Thailand for quite some time, had a Thai ex, had many Asian exes, and had been planning this move for a while, but I hadn't been financially set up in the past. So what happened was I essentially decided I was going to do it. So I rush renewed my passport. I started to kind of drop little hints to my dad and my sister, the only people that I really cared about. Told some girls that I know. And, it ranged from, you're going there for girls to I want to go. It was kind of mixed feelings on that stuff. And I didn't really care what people thought or what their take on it was, because it was about making me happy. So essentially what happened was I decided that I was going to research Thailand. So I got on YouTube and got on the internet and started researching Thailand, and looked great, looked like fun, but it also looked to have an element of pay for play and women using men, as does any country in Southeast Asia, especially a poor one. But, I was still moving forward with my plan for that. And then I discovered Philippines. I really did a little test run on the dating sites when I was getting real close. And I just discovered that the women in the Philippines genuinely wanted to meet you, and that the women in Thailand were offering boom boom short time. I noticed.
So, guys, this guy, he is 45 years old, and he spent so much of his life in the U.S., and he got tired of the rat race, and he was tired. He wasn't feeling well. His life was it was just going downhill, and he decided that he was going to make a change, and he made a change. The change he made was he decided that he was going to go overseas. He went overseas, and as a result of that, he's found quite a bit of happiness. He's walking on a beach, something that you would not be able to do in the US. Look at how clear that water is. Look how beautiful the environment is. You can literally tell that the air is so fresh just by looking at that, which is something that we seldom get to experience. And this is his life now. This is his life of abundance. Because when you go overseas, you will live in abundance.
That every girl on Thai Friendly was a freelancer. Every girl on Tinder in Thailand was a freelancer. Basically, every girl was a freelancer, period, point blank. So I said, you know what? I better just go to the Philippines, because when I got on the Philippines dating websites, every girl just wanted to meet you. Every girl just wanted to know you. Do they like you? You're financially secure? They certainly do. Could you get caught up in a long con in the Philippines? You certainly could. But at the end of the day, I decided to throw my life away in my best earning years to come to this turquoise water and enjoy myself and do YouTube and just live a stress-free life. I was so stressed. I was just probably going to have a heart attack or something. I couldn't really handle the stress of the business that I was running, the hassles and people trying to rob me, and the family arguing, and the politics and the anger, and just all that stuff was just enough for me to say, you know what, I've had it. I have an exit plan and I have a way out. I know you're not allowed to do this, and you got to stay and argue with your family, and you got to stay and work your ass off till you look like shit. But I said, fuck it. I still got a little bit left in the tank here. I still look a little bit younger than I am. I still got the energy to walk 10 miles a day. And I'm going to jump ship at 45 rather than 65 and be a tired old man whose only value, in my case, because I'm not a young Don Johnson or anything, is probably going to be his bank account at that point. There are guys like my dad that, still quite the savage stud at 79. But you know what? I don't know. I just felt like coming out at 45 and just trying my market value out now and just enjoying these turquoise waters. So that's why I left and threw my life away in the United States. And, probably wouldn't be a bad idea for you to do the same if you're not leaving young children behind. And you got, I don't know, 50 grand, come out with 50 grand. And if you can't find a way to make one digital dollar, go home in 4 years. That's assuming you don't get a girlfriend and you spend, $1,100 a month or something. That's what I would do. If that was to happen, you spent 4 years in paradise, 4 years you never forget. Probably dated some of the most beautiful women you've ever dated. You probably soaked up the sun and sat in some Caribbean-style beaches like this. And, come back at 50 years old and, settle back into Groundhog Day. But probably won't happen to you, because you'll hit it big on YouTube. You'll do Cambly. You'll meet a Filipina and start a business. You'll become a consultant. You will find some way to make a digital dollar, trade crypto, stocks, whatever the case may be. But listen, that's why I threw my life away in the United States and came to the white sand beaches of Boracay Island, Philippines for a while. Ano sana all.
I mean, guys, you have to decide what you want. You want to live a life of continuous struggle, Western society is on a continuous decline. And the truth is that why should you go on the ride with it? It's time to walk away, guys. It's time to walk away and start new lives overseas, form new communities overseas, meet kind women who want to be in a relationship with you, want to have children, and want to start lives with you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all really roads lead to MWA and walking away. And cheers.